Scout 2 to Scout 3, do you copy? I'm getting Imperial comm chatter. You picking this up?
That's odd. This system is supposed to be empty.
I wonder what they're doing out here. Something's not right.
I think we should go in and have a closer look. Let's take some scans.
Roger. We get in, we get out.
Agreed. Plotting the jump in 3, 2, 1.
Star Destroyers! That's the whole blasted fleet! You record this running?
Yep, I'm on it. What's the Empire doing out here?
What's that?
A space station?
It's too big to be a space station.
Watch your tail! Fighters coming in!
Redirect engine power to shields!
Switch your deflectors on. Evasive pattern now! Oh no. R4! Transfer those gas to Yavin! Do it now! Mon Mothma needs to know about this. Do we have confirmation? Did Yavin receive? There's too many ships! Can't plot the jump! What are we gonna do?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Intrepid Dawn. My name is Captain Katarn, and this is our brand new Star Wars series. We're going to play as the Rebel Alliance, so I think it just sounds appropriate to call it Star Wars Rebels. Let's get right into it. As you can see, the galaxy looks a little different. We have some pretty cool mods out here, which actually kind of delineate the core from the mid-rim, from the outer rim. Now, since I'm playing on a galaxy that I actually want to solve, a 400 star galaxy, I didn't want to be much bigger than this because playing on one of the huge galaxies that would actually include the outer rim would take forever. So my goal with this series is to get you episodes once a week with these nice little cinematics. There'll be news broadcasts. I'm also going to do an Imperial series concurrently that does the same thing, and get you 30-minute or so episodes and bang this out. So hopefully we'll get this done within 15 episodes. That's the goal. And then we can try some other fun things too. So thank you so much for joining us. Let's go ahead and build some mining stations and that research station. Okay, so Yavin 4 here is actually pretty cool. And as you can see, our planet is right here, which is one of, I guess, the moons of the system. We weren't lucky enough this time to have it spawn and be a moon of the gas giant, but you can see it over there, so we'll just pretend. Let's take a look at the surface here. So we have our Governor Barris Stellaris. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we didn't get very lucky with this planet. This is the smallest starting planet that you can have, but that just means that we're going to have to expand pretty quickly. You can see that we have both Twi'leks and humans, and I have the Twi'leks set up to be our scientists, so we'll need to work on that ASAP. But this is all looking good for now. We have 2 places for our new people to grow in while we continue to get that set up. Let's go up here to our leaders, and let's see if we can recruit any more scientists. Now, I'm looking for people that have a survey speed bonus, so like this guy would be worth a lot to me, or this girl, but quite honestly she's the only one that has it, so I can get 2 scientists for the cost of, or 3 scientists for the cost of 2, so I'll go ahead and do that because we're already making plus 18 minerals a turn. That's pretty good. And then as soon as we can afford it on Yavin, we will go ahead and build some more science ships and send them out. We'll also give the scientist orders. Let's take a look at their ship while we're doing this. So here you can see that we have the CR-90, and it's a venerable Rebel Corvette. Pretty cool. This is actually the same model that we have in our fleet over here for now. As we get better, oh, and it's a CR-90 class too, so that's pretty good. I don't have to fix anything. Let's go into the ship designer. Sweet. That works. When everything comes together, I'm pretty satisfied. So we can put in our blaster lasers here, and we'll go ahead and upgrade those when we can. All right. Throw in a kitchen sink and a reactor booster in case we get any better components down the line, and that thing is ready to go, so that's going to be awesome. So very nice model there. Thank you so much for letting us use that, and let's get started. So we have the Empire out here. We have 9 empires. All of them are galactic empires. They're all fleets, essentially, so we name them 1 through 9, Imperial First Fleet, Imperial Second Fleet, etc. And since they're all very similar, they should like each other. So there's a good chance that they're going to bind together against us. I'm also playing against the AI on Grand Admiral, and it's very possible that we could lose. So if we do, it'll be like true Star Wars history, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get started. Thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit bell notifications so that you can see when these come out. And if you're an existing subscriber, thank you. Welcome back. I appreciate you. Consider becoming a Patreon. All the Patreons are going to be a part of the series. So we're going to start out with research plus 5%. Ooh, a hollow temple. I wonder what that is. That looks very different. So we'll go ahead and get that. I've never had a hollow temple. That's pretty neat. I guess that's because we have a little bit of spiritualism, because I guess we believe in the Force, and that makes us eccentric. Go ahead and get Serrano metal armor too. Not a lot of good choices, but one thing that you can see is that the research is going to go very quickly, because I want this series to be fun, and I don't want to sit here, you know, forever and just count off years and years and years for us to go anywhere. So this series is going to be action-packed. Like I said, we'll keep them to about 30-minute or so episodes, and we're going to have a good time. Let's go ahead and grab industry, because that will help us reduce the cost of our mineral networks. Really helpful. Probably should have grabbed that before I started building these, but live and learn. Alright, we can build another science ship now, so let's go ahead and do that. And we just picked up research speed 5%, so things are going to get even faster. Let's go ahead and get fusion reactor next. Only 6 months on that. That would be fantastic. Alright, we have industry, and we'll just continue to go through that list. Okay, let's take a look here so we can upgrade our fleet. There we go. And we have Serrano metal armor as well. Let's get some fighters, because X-Wings should be in this. We should be able to see them. If one of our ships has an X-Wing slot, we will know. Alright, so our science ship is ready to go. Let's go ahead and throw in one of our available scientists and send them out. We're actually going too fast on fastest. Let's slow it down a little bit. What's going on here? So we can go ahead and grab industries. We've got the contact reports from the remnants, so we're finding other species as we would have expected. Turbo laser research chains, super important. And then here I'm going to go with production. I'm going to go with pop growth speed. So that's important too, to get your people out. We'll send him over here so that he's ready to build that station. It looks like, since we're on the outer rim, Yavin is kind of protected. It doesn't look like there's any direct hyperlanes here, but that also means that the rush out to here is going to be hugely important. Otherwise, we're going to get stuck in our own territory, which could be a problem, because if the Imperials successfully hem us in, we're going to have a real issue. So let's go ahead and get our first Imperial leader. So we need an admiral, and I'm looking through here. Let's see, these are really good names. Ray Solo and Satil Fel and Toby Fett. I mean, Luke Dameron. If you know your Star Wars, this is a who's who of everybody out here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and I'm thinking that this person has the greatest skills. So Luke Dameron, you are now Admiral Revenant. So thank you for being a Patreon, Admiral Revenant, and welcome to your new character. And you're in charge of our CR90s. And if you guys are interested in Patreon, it is a link in the description. Genuinely very much helps me out. Let's go ahead and build another science ship so that we can get our scientists going. And we should be good. So fast is a satisfying speed with this. Army damage 33%. Let's go ahead and get some hydroponic farms. I don't like to build more if I don't have to. So you can see these people are growing in. So if I can just upgrade the hydroponics farms that we have, we may not have to use anything else. I'm also just looking at what we need from a practical point of view. We need a lot of research. So I'm going to spend the money now to try to unlock our homeworld, especially because of how, you know, how tight it is for us. Let's see, we can get improved deflectors next, which I think we should do. We are doing Star Wars weapons, so I'm going to ignore any of the blue lasers or things like that as uninteresting, but should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and get mass production, where ship build speed increases by plus 25%. And our scientist is leveled up. Excellent. Congratulations.
Research complete.
Let's take a look. So we got our X-Wings. That's awesome. So they're probably like Z95 headhunters if you want to be, you know, technical about it, since they're basic fighters, but it still works for me. Go ahead and do the Corvettes right now. 540 days on this research, not so much. I'd like to actually maybe do the stars at some point, so we'll skip that for the time being. All right, we're sending our people out. First of all, these systems are actually pretty good for us in terms of mineral output and some research. That'll be really helpful because that'll almost double our research overnight. So let's figure out what we're going to do here. So I definitely want this person here. Now, I think I said before the Twi'leks have the best science minds in this game, so I want to make sure that I'm taking advantage of that. So I'm going to put 2 science positions here, and then we'll also build, and this is going to take forever, so that's fine. We'll also build a
Research complete.
mining network here and a temple there. Excellent. I don't have to worry about that. All right, we got the hydroponics farms, great. And monthly unity +2, also a really good, strong early one, especially with the temple. That would be a really big deal. Alright, so thankfully so far, and we have to really cross our fingers here, we haven't run into anything. See, it doesn't look like we can actually get out of our system until maybe here, if not here. So if there is a major blockage here, we're going to be pretty screwed. There's no way for us to go around right now. So we're really kind of at the mercy of the game in that instance. We'll go ahead and build our outpost over here. Not bad, so we'll expand that 11 and 2 is going to be really helpful. Let's go back to Yavin. I think we can upgrade our food production, which will be a good time. Alright, not bad. And our governor has leveled up. Let's take a look at our leaders while we're doing that. So you can see Council Leader Mon Mothma. We have some of our governing ethics here, which are actually pretty cool. Now, her traits would be completely and totally random. So she's warlike, I like it. Charismatic. Reformer. She's got a home in the sky, so our modules will cost less. She's an industrialist, which is good. And she has architectural sense. I like it. This is actually pretty satisfying in terms of a leader. Space to grow. We've received a strange report from the Far Gone, which is currently in the Odeska system. Where is that? Somewhere. I don't see it. Anyway. Immediately upon exiting hyperspace, the botany laboratory reported that plant life on the ship started an accelerated growth pattern. Sensors have picked up what appears to be faint and unusual electromagnetic fields originating from one of the planets in the system. They suggest that we get a science team to investigate immediately. Take a closer look. Oh, it's over here. Okay. So it's a crystal world. It's a +25 crystal world, which sounds exciting. Oh, and one of the other changes for this, too, is that we don't know the actual power of these crystals. We just know there's 30 of them. So, and you can see I have 3 ships. I'm carrying that over from multiplayer because I want this to actually be somewhat difficult and a little bit scary, that I won't know exactly how strong the enemy is. So that'll be fun. At least I think it'll be fun. Hope that you will agree. Let's get that power plant level 2 so we can keep leveling up Yavin 4. Okay, so this is kind of scary because if that was our planet that we're supposed to go to, it's going to be a while until we're strong enough to take them out. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. What do we get up here? Corvette build speed. Here we go. Light turbo lasers. So we're going to get our first foray into to real weapons. That'll help a lot with our CR-90s, being able to compete with the might of the Galactic Empire. What do we have over here? So we can pick up Grand Forgeries, which is when, and that doesn't mean what I would, when I hear forgery, I immediately think of currency, but no, it's not what they're looking at. Alright, what do we have here? Monthly Unity +2, that's a big deal. And now we can get this production quotas. It's one of my favorites. I like to use it for +20 minerals. It's on a planet, so if you have a planet that's in pretty good shape otherwise, it can sometimes make sense to do that. Now here we're going to micromanage a little bit because this +3 asteroid is worth a lot more to me than all the +2s. So if I can grab that one really quickly, that's good. Alright, we also want to take this planet too, when we can. Alright, energy credits, basic combat rules. I'll tell you what, energy credits would be pretty good, so we'll go ahead and grab that. It's also a rare technology, so I don't know how often it's going to come back. So I don't want to pass that up. You can see that we have multiple science ships there. And we won't be going back to the Odesk system, apparently, because of the hostiles, unfortunately. Let's go up to fastest again for a second. How are we doing on recording time? About halfway through. That's awesome.
Construction complete.
All right. So we have no orders there, but we can actually give him orders to come down here and build that system. So go ahead and do that while we're waiting. All right, excellent. So we can continue to move on and find and explore new worlds. It'll be fantastic. All right, here we go. So this might be, oh, it's a crag world, which I have no idea how that is for us, but it's only a size 10. We're really getting screwed on our planet choices, guys. We'll go ahead and research that. All right, so we're going to finish our first industry off, and we're going to go ahead and look at our Ascension perks. Now, I'm going to pause it because we're a spiritualist empire. So we have some new choices I've never seen on here before because I usually don't play like this. So one of them is here. It is the Order of Mentats, spiritualist only. Setting aside undisciplined curiosity and creativity, will focus our mind only towards the knowledge that we most critically need. So what does that mean? It means our research can go plus 12, but we lose one of our research alternatives. Ugh, I think that hurts a lot. So I'm gonna have to say no to that. What's Consecrated Worlds? The galaxy is home to many holy places, some more obvious than others. As mortals, we struggle to divine the true nature of the universe. So this is a planetary edict that lasts for 100 years, increases population happiness, spiritual ethics attraction, population growth speed, and unity generation. Okay, so that's also very interesting. Since it lasts 100 years, I'm sure it's ridiculously expensive. I'm not sure when I think about that. Let's see, what else do we have? Here, this claim influence, starbase influence cost. This is probably a big deal. Interstellar Dominion. Essentially, this would allow us to expand easier with less cost to us. So I think I'm going to do that. How many? I'm going to get 3 systems. So I mean, that and Imperial Prerogative are probably going to be the 2 that I want starting out. But here, let's go ahead and pick up Interstellar Dominion. I think that's the way to go for sure. Okay, and then here we just picked up turbo lasers. Now we'll get some small concussion missiles, and that'll be perfect. And then we'll quickly retrofit our fleet with our red turbo lasers, and we'll take on the Galactic Rebellion role. I don't know why this didn't auto-upgrade either. It's supposed to. Alright, there we go. And we can upgrade our fleet too, which will be important. Alright.
Ships upgraded.
Ships were upgraded. That took like no time at all. They must have had them on the rack ready for us. I probably need to have a second. Alright, we found a terraforming candidate. That's really good because let's see. So we definitely need. Oh wow, it's a molten world. Yeah, but we definitely need somewhere to call home, so we might have to look at that. It's a 15. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than what we had. All right, we'll do the habitable world survey. It only gives us good stuff. Off-world trading company. We'll get that. No, we'll get a biolab. We're about to unlock scientists on our home world. Let's see, physics lab too. Will also be important. How are we doing here on Yavin? Yeah, the scientists are about to grow in, so that'll be really helpful. And then we'll switch them out with the Twi'leks. Definitely keep an eye on that. Alright, what do we have now? Mining Network 2 would be pretty exciting. Pick that up.
Research complete.
And finally, we have a new one, so I think that we should go for Foundation. So I'll go ahead and pick that one. That increases our engineering and physics by a little bit. Holy crap, it's going fast. Alright, let's pause it for a second. So I'm going to pick up Cold Fusion Reactor, and the reason being that usually pushes you closer towards a jump in technology, which will make destroyers show up down here, which would be really nice for us. See, starbase capacity +1 might be helpful. Naval capacity +30, that'd be really helpful actually. Later lifespan +10. We'll take naval capacity. I think that's a good idea. I'm also going to go to Yavin and have them build a second construction ship, another Y8 class. In fact, let's go take a look at it. It's from Star Wars Galaxies. I don't know. I know how much time I spent on this before, but just look how gorgeous that is. It's a really nice model. Okay. Now we'll have him build those mining stations once he's got the ability to do so, and the other guy will send him up here to... Actually, we'll send him up here to build those now, so we'll have him be the expansionary guy, and the other one behind him can follow up. Alright, fingers crossed. If there's something here and we can't get past it, we're totally screwed. So let's hope that's not the case. And this crag world sucks pretty hard. There's no way sugarcoating this. This is a terrible planet, but it might be our only option for expansion, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Alright. Twi'leks are... Look at the difference. Twi'leks are so much better in researching because of the way I set them up. So I definitely want to make sure that they're in the right place. Let's do that. There we go. Alright, excellent. And I also think, yeah, humans are better at mining, so we have to make sure there's no Twi'leks in the mines. Alright, perfect. I'm pretty pleased with that, actually. Alright, let that go. And that should be fine. I like how we're right on the edge of the Outer Rim. I think that's really cool for what we're trying to do, because the Imperials are spread all around out here, and I don't know where they are. And like I said, they're on Grand Admiral, so there's a damn good chance that we're gonna tie, and that in itself I think is pretty exciting.
Research complete.
All right, what do we get? Mining Network 2. Here we go. We have another Tabana gas for that. We'll go ahead and get that. I would skip that, but it's really, really important that we do grab it. Go ahead and upgrade some of our mining facilities. Pull those minerals out of the ground. Pretty much everything that we do is mineral dependent. Okay, cool. I'm learning some of the keyboard commands to make the changes up here without having to click on it. That's a lot of fun too. Actually, if you've been following the channel for a while, oh no.
Fleeing aggressors.
Oh gosh, there's an. I think we have maybe an option to get around it. Hopefully, that sucked. Okay, so we have an Ether Drake here that is smack dab in the middle of us trying to break out of the system. So fingers crossed that there's an alternate path. Otherwise, it's going to be a real problem. Let's come down here and build these research stations, and then we'll get these minerals as well.
Research complete.
All right, what do we have? Turbo laser chain. Awesome. Now we can do turbo lasers or army damage. We're going to do the turbo lasers. Need to keep up with them. Research alternatives or defensive turbo lasers. We're going to pick up the defensive turbo lasers because I think that we fixed it so that you can actually have, yeah, you can have missile boats now. So we'll do that. That'll be exciting. All right, so he's building this down here.
Anomaly found.
And we're ready to upgrade some new stuff. All right, let's go. Oh, we don't have the physics lab yet. It's crazy. Like, I have the research on so fast. And this one will increase our unity. Alright. Let's pause it for a second. It's going fast again. Basic combat rules or planetary FTL inhibitors. Go ahead and do basic combat rules because that makes more sense right now. We don't quite have any choke worlds yet. Although, it looks like it's going to be very hard for somebody to come to us if we decide to build up military stations here. Now we have Off-World Trading Company, which is actually really, really helpful whenever you are setting up a star base on a colony. But since we don't have one yet, I think I'm going to go with planetary production and planetary capital. So we'll stick to that for now. All right, we can do a biolab here, so let's go ahead and do that because I'm usually behind in bioscience, so that'll be pretty helpful. All right, and then I'm going to save up the rest of these minerals to try to get these stations built. And here I'm going to send this guy over here to build that, as well as that. And you can see it's only 52 influence for us to expand right now, so that's really helpful. Our choices so far have made this a little bit easier. Colony development speed, plus 50. That's going to be huge, because we're going to have to start a colony here soon, whether we want to or not. Let's get some improved... Nope, engineering facility. Almost didn't see that. That would have been a problem. Looks like we're also going to have some problems with energy too, so we're going to have to build the station here. At least we'll get +4 there immediately.
System survey complete.
We'll let that one go. Alright, our construction ship is waiting. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we have. So we have Starhold or Corvette hull points plus 100. We'll go ahead and get the Corvette hull points for right now because we're only going to have Corvettes for a little bit. Let's see, Shields, Blue Lasers, or Hyperdrive 2. We'll get Hyperdrive 2 because I think that affects all of our ships, including science ships, which will be pretty helpful. Okay, so this is actually bad news. So we have hostile alien vessels here. I can't tell what they are because of the way the mod works. I can just tell that there's 9 of them. We have an Ether Drake here, and it would appear that there's no other way out of the system. So the good and bad news, we're kind of blocked in here from the Empire. However, we don't look like we're going to be able to get out for a little bit, so we're definitely going to have to work on ourselves. And what do we have over here? Another tomb world, 20% habitability. We need droids, and then we can start to colonize that, because that would actually be better. This Crag world sucks, but we may have no choice. Alright, do we have the engineering facility? We do. Let's go ahead and do that. Excellent, and then we also need to make sure that our next person goes in here to this power plant. Alright, good enough. Alright, so he's going to leave and do that, which is fine. We can have this guy follow up down here when we're available. Alright, so far so good. I like the way that we're expanding here on the Outer Rim. I think that we're setting a good foundation. I really wish we could have this world. We're going to need this world, essentially. But fingers crossed we can get that done. A Sacred Nexus. What does this do? It's a planet unique. It does influence plus 10 and spiritualist attraction. Terraforming. We actually really need terraforming, so we're going to grab that because I think if we can make this tomb world habitable, we should be pretty good actually. Let's go ahead and pick up army damage and minerals because this will start taking us towards robots, which we really need. We need droids in the worst way to colonize some of these crazy worlds. In fact, let's go into the expansion planner and take a look. So yeah, like this world, it's a 15, and we can't colonize it at all. Go ahead and research that. So it looks like we have another world over here that's a tropical world. It's 15% to Twi'leks, but we can definitely send, and it's a 17 world, we can send droids there. Alright, that's gonna have to be our play. Let's go ahead and pause it for a second. What do we have now? So we're gonna pick up, this one is really great, Centralized Government. It gives you energy, engineering, physics, and society output increased by 25% on our capital world. So unfortunately our capital world is really small, because if you have like a Coruscant style world, you get a really crazy great bonus from that. But we'll take what we can get, I suppose. Go ahead and get robot because that's really big, and then up here research alternative will be nice. We'll do that, and our fleet can be upgraded.
Ships upgraded.
There we go. Go ahead and research that anomaly too. That one doesn't look so bad. And we'll just continue to push this guy outward and pick up as many systems as we can before anyone else does. So far it doesn't seem like the Empire's found us. Those 2 ships I sent out to scout haven't returned, but I'm hoping they haven't given up our location of our hidden rebel base. Okay. Well, you might as well research the hard ones because we can't actually get anywhere else. So that's super disappointing. In fact, any scientists that need something to do, we have a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, let's see. Survey that system. You guys might have heard R2 in the background. He's not happy that I'm recording this. He wants me to spend time with him. But today, I choose you, Pikachu. Monthly energy, +5. Gonna be a big deal. What are we doing on Yavin? Okay. These people are taking forever to grow in. Alright, what do we have now? Empire mineral production. Sweet. Alright. And, not bad. So I think we're going to take improved fighters and bombers, so give me some X-Wings, and we're going to stop here. So this is the end of episode 1, ladies and gentlemen. It's we're just building that foundation for the rebellion. So go ahead and let me know in the comments I'm going to choose one because I'm not going to wait for the vote, but just let me know in the comments which of these do you think is the best world for us to settle and why. I think I'm going to go with Pavalon 4, but change my mind. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Captain Katarn, this is Intrepid Dawn, and I will see you in the verse.